Welcome back, YouTubers. It is 3:12 p.m. on the 25th of February, still the year 2013. And it's 39 degrees. I don't think we're going to hit that 40 mark, but it's nice to see 39, let me tell you. Alright, what are we? Part 5 now, I believe? Alright, and then we're on part 3 of Christ the Way, the Truth, the Light, number 3 in here. We see further that ignorance, ingenuously acknowledged and laid open before Christ, puts the soul in a fair way to get more instruction. Thomas, having candidly, according as he thought, in the simplicity of his heart, professed his ignorance, is in a fair way now to get instruction. He professed that he did not believe until he could actually put his fingers in the hole of Jesus' side, you know. He would not believe it was him until then. And when he professed that ignorance, that he could not believe it until then he was able to get instruction. For this is Christ's work, to instruct the ignorant, to open the eyes of the blind, my brothers and sisters. That's what we as Christians are supposed to be doing. Figuratively. I mean, if you have the touch of healing, then, yes, you are supposed to be opening the eyes of the blind. And oh, if you got that, if you have that touch of healing, and if you are not out there using it, may God rest your soul. Why then are we so foolish as to conceal our ignorance from Him, and to hide our case and condition from Him? And why doth not this command Christ's school to us so much the more? Why do we not carry, as ingenuously scholars really desire to learn? But, number 4, we may learn that our ill condition and distempers put into Christ's hands will have remarkable outgates and an adventurous issue. Seeing Christ taketh occasion here from Thomas, his laying open his condition, not without some mixture of corruption, to clear up the truth more fully and plainly than it was before. For hereby, 1, Christ giveth an open declaration of glory of his power, mercy, goodness, wisdom. 2, he hath occasion to give a proof of his divine art, glorious skill of healing diseased souls, and of making broken bones stronger than ever they were. 3, thus he effectually accomplished his noble designs, and perfecteth his work in a way tending to abase man, by discovering his infirmities and feelings, and to glory himself in his goodness and love. 4, thus he triumphed over Satan, and in a more remarkable and glorious manner destroyeth his work. 5, thus he declareth how wonderfully he can make all things work together for good to his chosen ones that love him and follow him. 6, yea, thus he engageth souls to wonder more at his divine wisdom and power, to despair less in time coming, when cases would seem hard, to acknowledge his great and wonderful grace, and his infinite power and wisdom. He can bring life out of death, and also to be more sensible of the mercy and thankful for it. check time here. Alright. O believer, what manner of joy is this? How happy art thou that hast given up thyself to him. Thy worst conditions can turn to thy advantage. He can make thy ignorance, vented with the mixture of corruption, turn to the increase of thy knowledge. Bless him for this, and with joy and satisfaction abide under his tutory and his school, and withal be not discouraged by thy case of ignorance and corruption. What it will, lay it before him with sincerity and singleness of heart, and then thou mayest glory in thy infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest on thee. 2 Corinthians 2:9. For thou shalt see in due time what advantage infinite love and wisdom can bring to thy soul thereby. 2 Corinthians 12, chapter 12, verse 9, New International Version, copyright 1984, all rights reserved. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Don't hide your ignorance from Christ, is pretty much what he's saying. Don't hide your ignorance, show it. Tell Christ of thy ignorance, so he can make thy stronger. I do not understand Christ. Why? Let's go with the one that gets most people. I don't understand Christ. Why or how? How did you get all the animals in the ark, Christ? How did all the animals survive the flood in the ark with Noah and his kids? I don't understand. You're not meant to. It's a divine story. Divine wisdom. But I'm sure if you sit there, he will tell you. But, like they told John, do not write down this part, for it is not for them to know yet. So just because you are told does not mean that you're going to honestly recall. I had a vision the other day, yesterday morning, or a dream. And I haven't mentioned it yet because it's about my sister-in-law. And I don't have visions. You know, I'm a watcher, teacher. Well, I was meant to be a teacher. So, I ran from my calling, yes. I've mentioned numerous times. I ran from God when I was a kid because I rebelled against my mother. So I rebelled against God at such a young age. But I had a dream that she's got cancer. I had a dream that we were told that it's in the top part of wherever she's got the cancer at, that they're going to be able to cut it out, and it's a slow-moving cancer, and that they're able to stop it and cut it out. She goes sees the doctor tomorrow, and they're going to tell her what's going to happen. And I'll find out tomorrow whether or not my dream is accurate. And if it is, then I will let you guys know. Why I have not said nothing? Because I don't have dreams, you know. I've asked for them, but I have not yet worthied myself, in my opinion, to deserve them. I've asked God to allow me to suffer I want to suffer for my sins now. I want to reap my sins now so that I can enjoy life in heaven. And I am, with my spine problems and all my, believe me, I am. So I am slowly finding grace back with God. And when she came yesterday, no, I did not tell her. I didn't want to say nothing and have it not be accurate, have it just be a dream, you know. Not that I don't have faith. I have faith that I have faith in what I saw, and I told my husband to have faith in what I saw. I did acknowledge it to my husband. I told him about it after she left, and I told him to have faith because we have to have faith that it's an accurate dream or an accurate vision. But as I said, I never had visions before. So I'm not sure if it's a vision or not, is what I'm getting to. So I guess I will let you guys know later this week. But please keep her in prayer. Because she needs all the prayer she can get. I prayed that it was all gone and that it would be taken from her. And if that was the answer that I got, then praise be to God. Thank God. Because that would be a miracle. And that would be an amazing answer to my prayers. And that would be an amazing, testimony. And the fact that I prayed for her to just be free of it, and then to find out that they can just cut off that top section and it never return, that would be amazing, that would be a testimony of God. So I will keep you guys up to date with that. And this will conclude this part. We probably have one or two more sections of the introduction left. So I shall return, my brothers and sisters. Peace be with you. God bless. I love you guys. Shalom.